So today I'm going to be doing face painting, and I'm going to do a cupcake right here on my cheek. And I'm not going to get too much into detail, but I am going to do a tutorial showing you which products I'm using and what brands. But I'm not going to get in too much into detail of why I'm using them, or for what reason, or what the brands of the brushes are, or anything like that, because normally these are just normal paint brushes. But yeah, I will tell you that I am using a round brush, a flat brush, you know, a line brush, you know, those kinds of brushes, but I'm not going to get too much into detail. So let's get started. So first off, I'll be using my Diamond FX paint in white, and I'm just going to be taking a round brush and putting it in water and then slowly dabbing it in the white paint. And I'm just going to be making a shape like a cloud, and this is going to be the top of our cupcake. And I'm just doing a whole bunch of swirls, and then I want to fill that in with the white. And the only reason why I did a whole bunch of C's, you can see it as a C or you can see it as a cloud, whatever you want. But I wanted to make it sure that I really detailed the shape of it, because later on we'll be lining it with black. So after letting that dry for about 30 seconds, I'm using a pointed tip brush, and I'm dipping that in some water and then dipping it in some Wolf Brothers, or I think Wolf Effects black. I don't know why. I think I keep saying Wolf Brothers. I think it is Wolf Brothers, the brand of the paint. But I'm just lining the shape of the little top of the cupcake. This is the icing for the cupcake. So I'm just shaping it out and putting more detail in it, making a lot of swirls so it looks like the icing is very whipped. Going in with a flat brush, I'm going to be using Tag paint, and this is more like a magenta pink, and I really like this color. It's so bright and so beautiful. And we're going to be making the bottom of the cupcake. So this is like the little paper, and you can use whatever color you want. I just really like the pink, and I'm just going to be filling in the shape of it. So taking that same line brush and using the black paint, I'm going to define the little bottom of the cupcake, like the little liner of the cupcake, so just defining that. And I like to press my brush down so that it can make a thick line. And then using the inside, I'm going to make like the little lines to define that it is a little paper, little cupcake holder. And so I'm using the tip of the brush to make the little line, and it's a very nice thin line. Going in with a different line brush, I'm going to be using this brush to put on the sprinkles on the icing. And first we'll be using the magenta pink from Tag that we had used earlier, and I'm just placing this all over the icing very carefully, pressing down my brush and making thin lines. Then I'm going to go with Diamond FX in green, and this will make the green sprinkles. And then the next color we're choosing is a nice yellow, and this is also by Diamond FX. It's just a lot smaller. So we'll be doing the same method, putting it in water and then dipping the brush into the paint. And we're just going to be spreading some yellow sprinkles everywhere. And what's nice about doing your own face painting, you can use whatever colors you want. I am using another color, which is blue, but this is by the Wolf Effects. Honestly, you can just use whatever colors you like. I just chose these because I felt like they're pretty and bright, and I would love them on my cupcake. So next we're going to go with a big round brush, and I'm going to be making a cherry, and this red is also by Wolf Effects, and it's like a bright blood red. It's just called red, but it's like really brighter than other reds out there. And I'm just going to be making almost like a half a circle and then shaping it to the icing, and there's our cherry. And you can leave it like that, but I like to define everything, so I'm going to be adding a little stem for the cherry with a line brush using black. Taking another round brush, this is a pretty big round brush, and I'm dipping it in white, and I'm just making a highlight where the light would hit the cherry. And then also I wanted to add some swirls around the cupcake. So you can, if you want to, add some swirls, some dots, or you could have just left it alone and left the cupcake and cherry by itself with no swirls and no dots. The kids still love the cupcake picture. It's so bright, so colorful, so they do like that. Or but this is just me. This is what I like to do. I always like to add a little detail here and there around my picture. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. It was so fun creating this. And that is it for this tutorial. Thank you everyone for watching. And if you want to see more face painting tutorials or know more about face painting, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below saying what would you like to know about either the brands, the brushes, the paint, maybe even different designs. If you want to request something to like see a tiger or like a little turtle or something, just leave a request down below in the comments. Also, don't forget you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Estes21. Usually on my Instagram I do post quite a bit of face painting and different things like that. I will see you guys later. Bye!